While the territory may be celebrating record cruise passenger arrivals, questions are being raised about how much of that success is actually reaching local businesses, taxi operators, and the wider economy. National Democratic Party President Paul Hewlett argues that while the government continues to tout strong cruise numbers, the reality on the ground tells a different story.
This 284 Media News Update is brought to you by VI Motors Limited, a proud Napa franchise with an expert service department and reliable Toyota and Honda vehicle sales.
During a recent 284 Media interview, Hewlett said the territory's tourism challenge is not necessarily the number of people arriving, but rather how little some visitors spend once they get here.
I think there are a few things that we have to look at. The first top issue, I would say, is tourism. And when I say tourism, I'm not referring to the ships that come in every single day. Because you would have heard the Premier say time and time again that they have broken barriers and they've done better than they've ever done before. But that is per capita, per head of persons coming to the territory. So as a party, as a government, not as a party, but as a government, they have done very well based on the numbers of tourists that are coming on those ships. Where our challenge is that they're just here for a few hours, and many times you'll find that even, all these things, Crafts Alive and these places, are not really making a lot of money. Look at when they come off the ship. They've already bought everything that they need on the ship. I counted them, over 100 passengers riding on bicycles. They went to Eastern and back. When I checked and asked, they rented the bicycles from off the ship, rode them with somebody from the ship who led them down to Western and brought them back into town. It didn't cost them a penny, and we didn't earn anything from it.
According to Hewlett, cruise visitors increasingly arrive with experiences already packaged and paid for on board their vessels, limiting opportunities for local merchants, attractions, and transportation providers to benefit. His remarks shine a spotlight on a long-standing concerns among sectors of the tourism industry, who have questioned whether rising cruise arrival figures necessarily translate into stronger economic returns for businesses in the Virgin Islands. Hewlett contrasted the current model with what he described as the territory's stronger past position in higher spending overnight tourism. He reflected on a period when conferences, sports tourism, and hotel stays generated broader economic activity across the Virgin Islands, from accommodations to taxis and restaurants. Hewlett specifically referenced tourism products such as medical conferences, sporting events, and overnight accommodations as examples of the kind of visitor economy he believes delivered stronger returns to the territory. He argued that tourists staying several days are more likely to walk through town, use taxis, dine in restaurants, and inject money into the wider economy each day of their visit.
What we need to, when I refer to as tourism, first of all, is that we look at the hotels. Prospect Reef. It has sat there for many years. It's a sore thumb to all of us. And I know the present government is saying, yes, we're doing this and doing that, and I'm not here to hit them. I'm just here to state a fact. But they are just one of many hotels. Many years ago, for those who maybe have forgotten or don't know, we used to have a doctors' conference here every single year that brought in thousands and thousands of dollars from these doctors that came here. These are the same doctors who, many of them, if they themselves could not invest into our territory, there were persons that they knew that could invest into the territory. And so that, just from that alone, and then they would go and have their functions at Scrub Island or Peter Island, these places, and they spent thousands and thousands of dollars, all of which we benefited. Our taxi drivers benefited as well. Through tourism, sports tourism, years ago I brought the Buster Cup here. Up to today, taxi drivers still stop me. Hotels were full. We had people that were staying in St. Thomas and had to take boat rides to come and watch the game every single day. That is what tourism is all about. And when we talk about tourism, just to add my final point, it is vitally important that we understand that the bulk of the money needs to be coming from tourists who are staying here for 3 to 7 days minimum.
The comments come amid continued debate over whether the government's focus on record arrival numbers is adequately measuring the true economic impact felt by local businesses and workers. Jacko Wooding-Donovan, 284 News.
Across the Virgin Islands, drivers have trusted VI Motors for generations. For 60 years, we've delivered dependable transportation, expert repairs, and quality parts, all under one roof. As a proud Napa franchise, our parts department carries leading brands like PPG Paints, Magic Accessories, Top Don Diagnostics Tools, Westlake and Goodyear Tires, plus reliable LTH batteries. Everything your vehicle needs to perform at its best. Our expert service department handles maintenance, diagnostics, and repairs you can rely on. And our vehicle sales team offers trusted Toyota and Honda vehicles built for island life. We proudly serve you at 2 locations, our flagship store in Dove's Bottom, Tortola, and our location on Virgin Gorda. From parts to service to sales, we're committed to you every step of the way. VI Motors, service beyond the call, serving the Virgin Islands for 60 years.